Introduction. Relationships are complex, and like anything else, they require effort and work to maintain. However, despite our best intentions, we all make mistakes, and sometimes, these mistakes can lead to problems in our relationships. In this video, we will be discussing some of the most common mistakes that couples make when facing problems, and how to avoid them. Couples face many challenges in their relationships, such as communication breakdowns, trust issues, and conflicts. These problems can be stressful and emotionally draining, and if not addressed properly, they can lead to bigger problems down the road. The good news is that these problems are often preventable, and by being aware of the most common mistakes couples make, we can avoid them. Whether you're currently experiencing problems in your relationship, or you simply want to strengthen your relationship for the future, this video is for you. We'll be discussing various scenarios that couples face and how to navigate them. We will provide practical tips and solutions to help you build a stronger and more resilient relationship. Our goal with this video is to help couples improve their communication skills, understanding, and trust in order to build strong relationships that can withstand the test of time. So if you're ready, let's dive in and learn how to avoid the most common mistakes couples make when facing problems. Avoiding communication. Communication is a crucial part of any relationship. It's the foundation on which relationships are built, and it's the key to solving problems and conflicts. However, one of the most common mistakes couples make when facing problems is avoiding communication. When problems arise in a relationship, it's natural to feel uncomfortable or even afraid to talk about them. But avoiding communication only makes the problems worse. By not talking about issues, couples can develop feelings of isolation and resentment, which can damage the relationship over time. Avoiding communication can take many forms. Some couples might avoid discussing problems because they don't want to argue or create conflict. Others might avoid communication because they don't know how to express their feelings, or they don't know how to have a productive conversation. Whatever the reason may be, it's important for couples to make a conscious effort to communicate with each other, even when the topic is difficult or uncomfortable. It's essential to be open, honest, and respectful when expressing yourself. One way to facilitate communication is to set aside time to talk with your partner, specifically about your relationship. It could be a weekly or bi-weekly meeting. This could also help to keep things on track and be proactive about solving any problem that may arise. And remember that effective communication isn't just about talking, it's also about listening. When your partner is speaking, give them your full attention and try to understand where they're coming from. This can be hard, especially when you feel defensive or upset, but by putting in the effort to truly listen to your partner, you can increase your understanding of each other and build a stronger relationship. In summary, avoiding communication is one of the most common mistakes couples make when facing problems. To avoid this, couples should make a conscious effort to communicate with each other, be open, honest, and respectful when expressing yourself, set aside time to talk specifically about the relationship, and try to understand where the other person is coming from. By doing so, you can work through problems together and build a stronger relationship. Blaming and finger pointing. Blaming and finger pointing are common mistakes that couples make when facing problems. When conflicts arise, it's easy to point the finger at your partner and place the blame solely on them. But this approach is unproductive and can actually worsen the problem at hand. When we place blame on someone else, it makes it difficult for them to take responsibility for their actions, which makes it harder to find a solution to the problem. Furthermore, this approach can make the other person defensive, making them less likely to listen to your perspective or offer a solution of their own. Also, when one person is always being blamed for everything, it can lead to feelings of resentment and emotional distance between the partners, which can make it even harder to solve the problem. Instead of placing blame, couples should take a step back and look at the problem from a broader perspective. Problems in a relationship are often the result of a combination of factors, rather than one person's actions. By understanding that many problems in a relationship are systemic, couples can find solutions that work for both of them. Also, when addressing problems in a relationship, it is important to take responsibility for your own actions. Instead of placing blame, take a look at your own behavior and think about how you might have contributed to the problem. In summary, blaming and finger pointing are common mistakes couples make when facing problems. To avoid this, couples should try to look at problems from a broader perspective and understand that problems in a relationship are often the result of a combination of factors. By taking responsibility for their own actions and finding solutions that work for both of them, couples can work through problems together and build a stronger relationship. Remember that no one person is responsible for everything that goes wrong in a relationship, and by looking at the problem as a shared challenge, and not as a fight against one person, you can work together in finding a solution that can improve the relationship. Lack of trust. Trust is a crucial aspect of any relationship, and it's especially important when it comes to dealing with problems. When trust is broken, it can be very difficult for couples to rebuild it, and it can also make it harder to solve problems as they arise. One of the common mistakes couples make is allowing minor issues to escalate into major problems due to a lack of trust. For example, a simple misunderstanding can lead to feelings of mistrust and suspicion, which can further damage the relationship. When this happens, couples may start to question each other's intentions and become more guarded in their communication, which can create a vicious cycle of mistrust and alienation. Lack of trust can also lead to feelings of insecurity and jealousy, which can cause problems in the relationship. For example, when a partner doesn't trust the other person, they may become possessive and controlling, or they may start to question their partner's every move. To build and maintain trust in a relationship, couples should be open and honest with each other, even when it comes to difficult subjects. This can be hard to do, especially if you're feeling insecure or hurt, but by being open and honest, you can start to rebuild trust. It's also important to remember that trust takes time to build. It's not something that can be easily repaired overnight. Therefore, couples should try to be understanding and patient with each other. Avoid making assumptions and try to give your partner the benefit of the doubt. Additionally, it could be beneficial for couples to work with a counselor or therapist that can help to guide them in rebuilding trust and addressing the underlying issues that may have led to the breakdown of trust. In summary, lack of trust is a common problem that couples face when facing problems. To avoid this, couples should be open and honest with each other, be understanding, patient, and try to give each other the benefit of the doubt. By doing so, couples can rebuild trust and strengthen their relationship over time. Remember that it's a process, it may take time, but with commitment and effort, trust can be regained. Lack of flexibility and willingness to compromise. Flexibility and willingness to compromise are essential qualities in any relationship, yet they are often overlooked when couples face problems. A lack of these qualities can make it difficult for couples to find solutions that work for both of them, and can lead to feelings of frustration and resentment. When one partner becomes entrenched in their own point of view and unwilling to compromise, it can create a power struggle and make the other person feel like their needs and wants are not being taken into consideration. This can lead to a breakdown in communication and can make it harder to find common ground. Being rigid in your approach to problems can also prevent couples from trying new things and being open to change. Couples may become stuck in old patterns and may not be willing to try new methods to solve their problems. This lack of flexibility can prevent growth and progress in the relationship. On the other hand, when couples are willing to compromise and be flexible, they are more likely to find solutions that work for both of them. It means that both persons are willing to give up something for the sake of the relationship and finding a common ground. To improve flexibility and willingness to compromise, couples should practice active listening. It is important to understand each other's perspective and to look for ways to meet in the middle. Also, it's helpful to have an open mind and to be willing to try new things and to be open to change. This could involve trying new activities together or seeking out professional help. In summary, lack of flexibility and willingness to compromise are common mistakes that couples make when facing problems. To avoid this, couples should be open to new ideas, be willing to make concessions, look at things from the other person's perspective, and to be flexible. By being open-minded, understanding, and flexible, couples can find solutions that work for both of them and can move forward together. Remember that it takes time, patience, and willingness to change to build a strong and flexible relationship. Conclusion. In this video, we've discussed some of the most common mistakes couples make when facing problems, including avoiding communication, blaming and finger-pointing, and a lack of trust. These problems can be challenging to navigate, but by being aware of these mistakes, couples can avoid them and work towards building a stronger and more resilient relationship. We've provided practical tips and solutions to help couples improve their communication skills, understanding, and trust. We hope that this video has been helpful for those who are currently experiencing problems in their relationship, and for those who want to strengthen their relationship in the future. Remember that no relationship is perfect, and problems are a natural part of any relationship. But by being aware of the most common mistakes couples make, and by working together to find solutions, couples can overcome problems and build a stronger relationship. Communication, understanding, and trust are key to any healthy relationship, and by focusing on these aspects, couples can avoid making mistakes and build a strong foundation. It's important to remember that building a strong relationship takes time and effort, but with commitment, it's worth it. We want to remind couples that seeking help when needed is crucial, whether that's by seeking counseling, therapy, or even by reading books or watching videos. Reaching out for help can prevent mistakes and can strengthen the relationship. Thank you for watching our video. We hope that you found it helpful. If you have any other tips or advice on how to handle problems in a relationship, please leave them in the comments section below. We would love to hear your thoughts and perspective. Remember that every relationship is unique, and by being open and communicative, you can navigate through any problem.